cannot underestimate the power of the Rothschilds. Not only are they in money, in gold mining in South Africa, they've got all kind of corporations.
What is your view of the Freemasonry and the Illuminati? How do they fit into the picture?
Well, the Illuminati are the Rothschilds. You look at the Knesset and the Supreme Court building. These two buildings in Israel were built by the Rothschilds. Now, the Supreme Court building has Illuminati symbols all over the place. Rockefellers and the Rothschilds work very closely together. And this began in the late 1800s when Rockefeller had Standard Oil, and the Rothschilds were just getting into the oil business in the Caucasus with Baku oil, and they were competitors. But then Rothschild, who's the conniver, he found a way to unite with the Rockefellers. So they were no longer competitors. So this is when the Rockefeller-Rothschild connection began, in the late 1800s. And it was all about oil, and it was all about big international, worldwide money.
At least you're getting back to the point where you can start to look at fundamentals, and that's good news. What happened?
I think you're in a liquidation phase. I think Kirsten had it exactly right. I think there's a bunch of wrong-footed moves by Hank Paulson and the Illuminati of the country, if you will.
Rothschilds bought Reuters in the 1800s. Reuters then bought the Associated Press, which selects and delivers the same news stories to the entire world, day after day. They have controlling interest in 3 major television networks and easily avoid media attention since they own it. Until recently, they owned and operated England's Royal Mint and continue to be the gold agent for the Bank of England, which they also direct. They also fix the world price of gold on a daily basis and profit from its ups and downs. Over the centuries, the Rothschilds have amassed trillions of dollars worth of gold bullion in their subterranean vaults and have cornered the world's gold supply. They own controlling interest in the world's largest oil company, Royal Dutch Shell. They operate phony charities and offshore banking services where the wealth of the black nobility in the Vatican is hidden in secret accounts at Rothschild Swiss banks, trusts, and holding companies. Although Evelyn Rothschild looks like a harmless gray-haired old man, make no mistake about it, Rothschild and his ancestors have handpicked presidents, crashed stock markets, bankrupted nations, orchestrated wars, and sponsored the mass murder and impoverishment of millions.
World order, Mr. Rothschild?
Right.
New world order? Depopulation?
Oh, listen, who are you...
Genocide?
Who are you televising for?
Rockefellers, come back. We don't want your new world order, you know? Leave Chile right now. Leave Chile.
Who owns the food industry, and the pharmaceutical industry own the food industry. So the food industry wants to make you sick and ill by putting all these chemicals in that rot your body and make you ill. So they then can give you tablets to make you better, which don't, because it's all about Illuminati industries making money.
New world order.
Create a new world order.
It's about the future of Europe and a new world order.
A need for a new world order.
Let us reorder this world around us.
India and China are clearly becoming part of our new order,
with significantly different and radically new challenges.
I think its task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity.
This crisis, in the way that has developed, will require some kind of a world governance.
Good evening, everybody. President Obama and British Prime Minister Gordon today calling for a new world order to tackle our global economic crisis.
And the president outlined his vision of a new world order in which the U.S. would participate fully.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
So I see a world order in the future with a multipolar world order.
I think a new world order is emerging, and with it the foundations of a new and progressive era of international cooperation.
We have resolved that from today, we will together manage the process of globalization to secure responsibility from all and fairness to all.
And one of the ways it will drive the change is through global governance and global agreements.
We are going to have to take global responsibilities, and there is going to have to be some semblance of global governance.
Never before has a new world order had to be assembled from so many different perceptions or on so global a scale. Nor has any previous order had to combine the attributes of the historic balance of power system with global democratic opinion and the exploding technology of the contemporary period.
There also exists an extraordinary opportunity to form for the first time in history a truly global society.
Well, during the conflict with Saddam Hussein, which he handled so superbly in a short-term sense, but he kept talking about a new world order.
I have to give up a little bit of our sovereignty. I have to give up a little bit of our sovereignty in order to make the world work.
And I strongly believe India will be a central actor in the new world order.
And this present window of opportunity during which a truly peaceful and interdependent world order might be built, already there are powerful forces at work that threaten to destroy all of our hopes and efforts to erect an enduring structure of global cooperation.
Are you optimistic a global system can happen from what we've heard so far?
It could happen, and in fact it's in the works.
I mean, but sir, just one thing, we could go on about how your family committed all these acts against society, but we just want to let you know the New World Order has no legitimacy, and that we as a people are not afraid, and we are waking up to the robber barons and the big banksters who are looting this economy with the Federal Reserve.
Well,
we just want to let you know the New World Order has no legitimacy, and that we as a people are not afraid, and we are waking up to the robber barons and the big banksters who are looting this economy with the Federal Reserve.
well,
You believe deeply in your system, and we believe just as deeply in our system. It is not our common beliefs that have brought us together here, but our common interests and our common hopes. The interest that each of us has to maintain our independence and the security of our peoples, and the hope that each of us has to build a new world order in which nations and peoples with different systems and different values can live together in peace, respecting one another while disagreeing with one another, letting history rather than the battlefield be the judge of their different ideas.
phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
Greatest restructuring of the global economy, perhaps one even greater than at the time of the Industrial Revolution, a new world order
If you want to fight climate change, if you want to provide energy security, we cannot do it alone at the national level. We need more than that. We need the European dimension. The European dimension is the indispensable dimension through the local to the global. And the more globalization goes, and it's quite obvious that it is there to stay, we need that dimension more.
Under the momentum of globalization, the world is opening up, and at an astonishing speed. Old boundaries of culture, identity, and even nationhood are falling.
The walls between races and tribes, natives and immigrants, Christians and Muslims and Jews cannot stand. These now are the walls we must tear down.
Poser plusieurs sommets à partir de la mi-novembre qui porteront sur une nouvelle régulation, une nouvelle gouvernance mondiale.
Today, Europe can propose the principles and rules that will shape a new global order.
Je veux dire ma conviction que la crise appelle à la réforme des institutions européennes. La crise appelle à ce que l'Europe puisse apporter une réponse aussi puissante et aussi rapide que tel autre ensemble mondial comme les États-Unis ont pu le faire face au drame qu'a représenté la crise financière.
Kind of occasion where the crisis calls into question old certainties and minds are more open to change. These are very special moments. The goal should be to devise a system of global financial governance adapted to the challenges of the 21st century.
Cette crise, il fallait d'abord essayer de la maîtriser. Cette crise qui appelle d'urgence un nouvel ordre économique, financier, monétaire s'exprime. Cette crise exprime au fond un besoin profond de politique. Le moment où tout le monde aura compris qu'il était temps de changer, temps de donner un nouveau visage à la mondialisation, temps de construire un nouvel ordre mondial, politique, économique, social, assis sur de nouveaux principes et de nouvelles règles. Au nom de l'Europe, en tant que président de l'Union européenne, j'ai proposé que se tienne d'ici à la fin de l'année un sommet mondial pour que soient discutés et décidés ces nouveaux principes, ces nouvelles règles. Il faut que l'Europe se donne les moyens de jouer le rôle qui doit être le sien dans le monde nouveau qui est en train de naître. Il faut que l'Europe se prépare. Notre stratégie économique ne doit pas seulement nous permettre de passer au mieux un moment difficile, doit nous permettre de nous donner les meilleures chances possibles de réussir dans le monde tel qu'il est en train de se réorganiser.
I think its task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity, and it's a crisis.
But in a globalized economy, we are going to have to take global responsibilities, and there is going to have to be some semblance of global governance on these questions.
We just want to let you know the New World Order has no legitimacy, and that we as a people are not afraid, and we are waking up to the robber barons and the big banksters who are looting this economy with the Federal Reserve.
Well,